Good morning, afternoon, or maybe good night, and welcome to my presentation video. My name is Wong from School of Humanities, and my metric number is 151047. Today I would like to do my presentation for my course HPA201E regarding my term paper with the topic, the concept of Tawhid in Islam. Now let us start with the definition of Tawhid. The word Tawhid are derived from the Arabic root wahada, which means to unify or make one. Tawhid represents the cornerstone of Islamic monotheism, a profound association of the oneness of God called Allah. So all Muslims worship to the same God. The core Islamic principle of Tawhid is reaffirmed by the Shahada, the solemn declaration of faith in Islam. And numerous verses in the Quran has also explicitly affirmed the oneness of the God. Embedded within the essence of Tawhid is the unequivocal declaration that Allah is not only singular but indivisible, transcending human comprehension and existing beyond the limitations of mortal understanding. It is a doctrine that transcends the boundaries of creed, ethnicity, and culture, serving as an unifying force among the diverse global community of Muslims. Therefore, Islam is called the religion of monotheism because it is based on the teaching of the monotheism of God in every aspect. Tawhid can be defined as compass that guides the Muslims' moral, influencing ethical considerations, social interactions, and the pursuit of knowledge. So in the presentation, I will explain several key concepts that help elucidate the nature of the oneness of God and the relationship between the divine and the created. The first key concept in Tawhid is Uluhiyah, also known as Tawhid al-Uluhiyah. Uluhiyah refers to the oneness of the worship, and it emphasizes the exclusive right of Allah to be worshipped. Uluhiyah underscores the belief that all acts of worship, devotion, and obedience must be directed solely to Allah, without associating any partners or intermediate. Individual will be considered a violation of Uluhiyah and goes against the principle of Tawhid if he or she offered any form of worship to other beings or entities other than Allah. The concept of Uluhiyah reinforces the centrality of monotheism in Islamic practice and serves as a unifying principle for Muslims in their devotion and submission to the one true God as expressed in the Shahada, which means there is no God but Allah. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. The next key concept in Tawhid is Rububiyyah or Tawhid al-Rububiyyah. This aspect refers to the oneness of Lordship or the oneness of God's sovereignty. This aspect emphasizes the belief that Allah is the sole creator of the heavens and the earth and everything that is in them. This aspect also emphasizes that Allah is the only sustainer and provider for all His creation. Allah also is the one and only owner of everything in the universe. Allah also has complete control and authority over all affairs, and nothing happens in the universe without His knowledge and permission. Although all Muslims reject any idea that Allah has partners, but they greatly respect their prophets, while they will spread prophets from Allah. The third key concept in Tawhid is Asma wa Sifat, or it also known as Tawhid al-Asma wa al-Sifat. Asma wa Sifat deals with the names and attributes of Allah. It underscores that God possesses unique and perfect attributes that distinguish Him from His creation, such as mercy, knowledge, wisdom, and power. Muslims also reject any anthropomorphic of human-like interpretation of Allah's attributes. Allah is beyond human qualities or limitations, and His attributes are unique to His divine nature. The believers of Asma wa Sifat will avoid making comparisons between Allah's attributes and those of His creation. This is because Allah's attributes are incomparable and not analogous to anything in the created world. Next one is ittiba. Although ittiba is not a term specifically associated with Tawhid, but still are related with Tawhid. Ittiba is an Arabic term that generally means followership. Ittiba will occur when a person follows an opinion of scholar by knowing its evidence and demonstration. In the context of Islamic theology and practice, it is often used to denote the art of following the teachings, guidance, and example set by the Prophet Muhammad. While Tawhid encompasses the oneness of God and the various aspects of monotheism, ittiba comes to play in the practical implementation of Tawhid in a Muslim life. It involves following the commands of Allah as outlined in the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad. The final concept that closely related to Tawhid is Hakimiyah. Hakimiyah derived from the Arabic root, which can be translated as sovereignty or judicial authority. Hakimiyah is often used to refer to the idea that only Allah has the ultimate authority to legislate and prescribe laws. In the context of Tawhid, which is the belief in the oneness of Allah, Hakimiyah emphasizes that Allah alone is the ultimate legislator and ruler. The idea is that human laws should be in accordance with the laws and principles outlined in the Quran and the Sunnah. This concept is significant in discussion about the application of Islamic law and the role of governance in an Islamic state. The concept of Hakimiyah is closely tied to Tawhid because it emphasizes that the legislative authority belongs exclusively to Allah, who is the one true God in Islamic monotheism. That's all from me. Thank you for paying attention in this video. Once again, thank you.